Welcome back. It's Mama Rose, and today we're going to go ahead and make custard. So easy. I have to admit, I don't know where she got it, but I did get this from the Keto Connect. I forgot her name. I know her name too, but I forgot. Anyway, the Keto Connect, she did this the other day. Now, I want to talk a little bit about ingredients. I am going to taste this. This is in a big ramekin, and I found these today at TG Maxx. So I got 8 of these, so that's what I'm going to do is the smaller ones, because to be honest with you, when I ate this with Mark the other night, it was kind of a lot to eat. So when I gave Mark the other one of these today, this was the one that was left, the recipe made 4 of these, and these are pretty big. These are really large. I should check to see, let me check to see what size, how much liquid this takes, and I'll be right back. Here I am, I'm back. So what I did is I got a cup of water. Let's see how this fits. I think it's going to take the whole thing. It does. It's real full. Now, I did not fill the ramekin this full when I made the custard. So, I probably did a little over half a cup. All right, so that's good to know. Now, I wanted to see what the small ones held, because that's what I'm going to be working on. I did a half a cup. And a half a cup goes right to the little line. There's a little line inside the custard, which if you don't fill it all the way and it shrinks a little, it's kind of nice because you can stack them on top of each other. So, but suffice to say, this takes a half a cup. So the other ones are twice as big. So, you know, depending on what you want, if you do want to do these, you're going to get 4 because we're using 2 cups of heavy whipping cream and 3 eggs for each batch. And I'm going to double the batch. Maybe I shouldn't double the batch. Because, yeah, I'm going to double the batch. All right, so I have a really cute yellow one, and I can't find what I did with it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in this because it'll be a real easy pour. So again, you know me, I'm really into ingredients. So this is what I get from Trader Joe's. Now, they do have a brand at Costco that's a lot cheaper that I do have out there, and it's Horizon brand, but it's ultra pasteurized. So I usually don't get it because, you know me, I'm culturing things, milks and things like that, and even cream. I'll culture my cream too sometimes, and it won't, there's no bacteria in it. I mean, it totally, when they ultra pasteurize it, it's like heated again and again. It's just really dead. So if that's all you can afford, you want to get the organic, because then it doesn't have all the junk in it that the other stuff does. So anyway, but this is what I get, is the Trader Joe's, and it is the heavy whipping cream. This is great stuff. So there's 2 cups inside of one of these, because it is 16 ounces. And we all know 8 ounces is a cup, 16 ounces is 2. So I'm just putting it in here. This is so easy, so easy. And I am boiling water right now. I started that when I started the whole procedure. I'm going to go ahead and come down here like this, and we can see the cups. So, and I'm going to go ahead and just scoot that over, and we can see what I'm doing here, how easy this is. Let me turn this around. There. Okay. So I got that in, and then I need 6 eggs. So here's my eggs, and I'm going to crack those and be right back. Okay, I am going to double the batch. I forgot. So I am going to use the other 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. So I'm doubling the batch. So, there we go. Didn't want to come out. All that nice heavy cream in there. Okay, so I went ahead and did that. And now I'm going to go ahead and add the sweetener. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the sweetener. These are the ones that I use. So it's recommended that you use a powdered sugar when you're doing this, or sweetener when you're doing this, so it doesn't bunch up. But this one is absolutely wonderful. I love this. It's got the erythritol and monk fruit, and you can get it at Sprouts, and it's a big bag, and it's twice as sweet as a regular powdered sugar would be in this form. So it's really good. It tastes good, and I just take it, and of course I dump it in one of my glass jars, and I work out of that. But what's great is I was ordering these, if I got them on sale at $11, I was excited, from the actual website where this is from, the Lancanto. But they didn't always have them on sale, and when they did, they were out, and I'd buy like 8 bags at a time. But if you watch Sprouts, you can find these for $9.99, $12.95. Right now they're 13 something for a bag, and it's well worth it. If down in I forgot where, but I think when I went to California they had these at the Sam's Club, and this is not powdered, but you can powder it. And this is my other. If it's, they ask for granulated, I like this one. And this you can buy in smaller bags at Walmart. They always carry it. I love this, and again, it's twice as sweet, so you don't use as much, and it smells like Jordan almonds to me. So anyway, that's that. So we want to get back to this. I've gone ahead and I've broken my 6 eggs, and I put them in. Oops, I should do it so like this. Let's get all that out of there. Okay, we got that, and then we want the sweetener. So I forgot the recipe. All right, the teaspoon of vanilla. Let's get the vanilla. Now, a friend of mine went to Mexico and brought me back some wonderful, clear vanilla, but I'm almost out of it, so I'm not going to use it this trip because I'm not trying to impress anybody. Mark and I are going to eat this. So I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and then I have a little secret that I did on this. So there's 1. You can never have too much vanilla. You know what I mean? So I did that, and then I went ahead and I get this maple flavor, which they've been out of forever at natural grocers, but wherever you can find it, maybe you can find it online, but it's really good, and it is maple flavor, and that really did the trick when we did this. So I'm just going to put a 1/2 teaspoon in because it's really strong, and get that off my spoon. And we ate this the other night, I told Mark, next time I do it, I'm putting a pinch of salt in it because it was just a little needed a pinch of salt. And our salt is good. So now the powdered sugar calls for 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. But because it's twice as sweet, and I don't want to use it, I want to get it a little sweeter. This is 1/4 cup that's in here. So here's my 1/4 cup. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there, and I'm just going to keep this aside because I am going to taste this even though it's got raw eggs in it. My eggs are they're from a really good source, and they're really good eggs, but I don't want it to be too sweet. And that's all you do is you just mix it up. That's all there is to it. And then you pour it in the ramekins, which I will show you, and it's really thick, I'll tell you. It's really thick. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just taste a little of it. Okay, so it does need more sweetener. Oh, I forgot. I'm doubling the recipe. So I need 2 of those, don't I? No wonder. It wasn't too bad, but it did need some more. That's one thing. When you're doubling a recipe, you always want to make sure you remember that. Alrighty, I'm going to stir this up, and I will be right back after I pour it in the ramekins, and then we'll go ahead and I'll show you what the one looks like that was red that I had out earlier, and we'll go ahead and taste it. Well, I didn't pour it in the ramekins yet because I tasted it and it wasn't quite sweet enough, so I followed the recipe to the T. So I just wanted to tell you what I do when that happens is you can add more powdered sugar. These are some of the things I like to do. Now, this is a vanilla cream flavor, and it's really delicious. And I could go ahead and add that as a flavor. And here's English toffee. So there's all kinds of, here's one here that is caramel, but it tastes like butterscotch. And I'll use that sometimes too. I'm just going to put a little of the vanilla cream in it. Just a little bit, just, you know, maybe 8 squirts. And I am going to add a little bit more of my powdered sugar. So I'm going to add an 1/8 cup, just the half of that 1/4. And I'm going to test it, try it again. So, but, you know, it doesn't have to be super sweet. And we can put whipped cream on it and all that. So, oh, look at, if I don't make a mess, something's wrong with me, right? Alrighty, I'll be right back. Okay, that's all done. And I still have some left. I'm not sure if I'm going to try to make a little pie with that. I haven't decided yet. But I am going to put a little cinnamon on these because I did that the other day, and boy, was that good. That just made it great. And if you get somebody that doesn't like cinnamon, they can take it off. It's just on the top. And so sprinkle that in really quick. And then, ooh, I got a lot on that one. You could do a little nutmeg on here, a little cocoa would be good, a little cocoa. Next time I'm going to try that, little powdered chocolate. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to go ahead and meet you back over at the oven, and I'm going to go ahead and put that water in, the boiling water that I've got on the stove. Here we go. I got the boiling water. And how the heck am I going to get it in here? I think I'm going to take this one out. You want about 1 inch of boiling water. Of course, you know me, I got to make a mess. It'd be good if I had the kettle. What I should have done is just used my kettle here. But I always keep good water in my kettle, so I didn't want to have to undo it. But if you're going to do it, use your kettle so it doesn't spill all over. Let's see if that's 1 inch. I think I need a little bit more in there to make 1 inch. Now, my mom used to do this with the cheesecake, and she never heated the water. So, I would imagine it's because you don't want it to have to wait to get to temperature for that water to start getting hot. All right, now the trick is getting it in there really easy. And of course, I got water all over the stove. All right. And we're going to put the timer. Let me get you. We're going to put the timer on, and it takes about 25 to 30 minutes. Boy, it doesn't want to go up here. Okay, it takes 25 to 30 minutes to cook, so we'll go ahead and set a timer on that. And when I did it for 20, I want to taste it. When I did it for 25 minutes, it wasn't good enough. It really wasn't. So I let it go for 30. Now, it was this size that I did, so I'm going to really double check it, see if it's 20 minutes. I'll let you know at the end. Now, this is the custard. I want to kind of see if you can get it really close. And I'm going to take a piece of it out. Look at that. Look at that. It really is creamy. It's creamy. It's light and fluffy and airy. See if I get in there. And look at, it's rose proof. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. Whipped cream on this would be great. And again, this would be carnivore except for the little bit of cinnamon in it, and you know, you're using the sweetener and whatnot. But it's all just animal. Very low carb. Heavy whipping cream has no carbohydrates in it. The eggs have maybe 1 each. So the whole batch, and I doubled the batch, but the whole single batch has 3 eggs. That's 3 carbohydrates. And then really nothing for the cream. Your sweetener doesn't have anything in it. Vanilla doesn't have anything in it. It's just a great, great, great dessert choice. And if you do put some Ready Whip on it or whatever brand you buy, that has hardly any, if none. Some of them have 0, some of them have less than. So I guess I'll be right back, and I'll show you when these come out of the oven how pretty they look, and then I'll go ahead and post it. Anyway, thanks for watching. And by the way, if you like this, please like and subscribe. I need some subscribers. So I have over 100, but I need 1,000, I found out. I thought all I needed was 1,000 views. But I'd really like to get this out, and I'd really like to quit my day job. So please like and subscribe if you like this at all. Thanks again, and I'll be back to show you the end product. Well, here are my beauties. And I still have the leftovers. But you can see they're just, they to the touch, they're a little springy. And they're brown on top. They look beautiful. And so I'm just going to let them sit. They're in that inch of water. And I'm going to go ahead and let them cool. And then put them in the refrigerator. And boy, are they good. So there's a real easy recipe to do. Let me get that camera up a little bit more. There. Okay. So I just want to encourage you to keep on. You know, if you fall off the wagon or you eat carbohydrates, you know what? Get right back on the wagon again. But this is a really good way to do it. And I have a lot of people that say, oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. But you can do it. Think of all the things that you can eat. Don't think of all the things that you can. And that's the can't eat, rather. So that's the thing. Don't go, I can't have potatoes, and I can't have bread, and I can't have ice cream. Think of all the things that you can eat. And so what I'm about is converting things so that you know, we can eat them. So whatever it is, if it's breaded chicken, we're going to bread it a little bit different than we used to. If it's custard, we're going to make it a little different than we used to. And this is a really easy recipe. So bon appetit, enjoy yourself, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great rest of the day, and thank you for watching. You can go to my YouTube channel, by the way. I'm going to put this on Instagram, so if you don't know how to get to my YouTube channel, it's just my name, Rose Condren, otherwise known as Mama Rose.